Welcome everyone again to another pre-group stage press conference for the AFC Women's Asian Cup, which starts in 2 days' time. For this session, we have the head coach and captain of Team India with us. I'll just quickly take you through the guidelines for this interaction. Media participants will all be muted during the session. All the questions shall be asked via chat box in English, so please do that, guys. Please set your name as your full name and media organization. Please state your question, indicating the person it's directed to. That is over here, the coach or the captain. And we'll get questions from the AFC first and then move on to the media. There's ample time, so there's no need to rush through. Please separate out your questions if you need to. I'll first go to the coach. Coach, it's been a long time coming, this tournament. There's a lot of preparation that has gone into this. How do you gauge the team's state of being and preparation for the event?
Yeah, I'm happy with the preparation so far. We have been working very hard for a long time. When we summarized it a couple of days ago, we see that we have done over 200 sessions since we started in August, and that comes with football sessions, technical sessions, training sessions, running sessions, and yeah, all players are fit, so everything is good in the squad. So we are happy that it should start now because it's been a long time waiting. So yeah, we really focused on the game on Thursday.
Thank you, coach. For Asha, you have achieved success as a player with club and country. How challenging or different is this tournament going to be for you?
ये मेरे लिए बहुत बड़ा चैलेंजेस है और ये हमारे कंट्री के लिए और टीम के लिए बहुत बड़ा अपॉर्चुनिटी है ये एएफसी और क्योंकि ये एशियन कप की वजह से हमें एक बहुत बड़ा हॉटस्पॉट होने वाले इंडिया में वुमेन्स फुटबॉल को लेके सो हमारे लिए ये सबसे मेरा बहुत बड़ा चैलेंज है ये और आगे बढ़ के लेके जाने का इंडिया टीम को और मुझे इस एएफसी कप से और भी हमें और बड़ा अपॉर्चुनिटी मिलने वाला है क्योंकि हमें क्वार्टर फाइनल तक पहुंच गया और अच्छा रीजन परफॉर्म कर रहे थे तो हमें वर्ल्ड कप क्वालिफाई होने का बहुत बड़ा अपॉर्चुनिटी मिलने वाला है सो ये मेरे लिए और टीम के लिए और इंडिया के लिए बहुत बड़ा चैलेंज है
Thank you, Asha. For the non-English speaking media, we'll get this now translated from the team media officer of India.
So Ashalata is saying it's a big challenge obviously for us, but it is also a very big opportunity. We are hoping that the Asian Cup being hosted in India, it will create a big hotspot for women's football in our country. And of course, it will be a huge challenge for us, but it's also the opportunity comes in with regards to if we qualify for the quarterfinal, we have a chance of qualifying for the FIFA World Cup next year, and that will be huge and enormous for Indian football.
Thank you, Asha. We have a question from Ashwati Santosh from Halfway Football. Team India has gotten a very good preparation ahead of the Asian Cup, coach, and playing at the home is an added advantage. What is the team's objective going into the competition? And facing newcomers Iran in the first match, how difficult do you think it's going to be for you?
Yeah, first of all, our target, our goal for this tournament is definitely to come to the quarterfinal. We think we have a realistic chance to do that. Yeah, on the second question, the Iran game going to be a really tough one. We have followed them on videos and so on, and they are really fighting. They play with their heart, a strong defense, a strong block, good defending around their own box and so on. And it's going to be a challenge for us to score. But I hope that the pace of the game, the level we have in the passing game, and the creative plays we have can open up that block, and that we can create good chances and also have a winning goal. But if anyone thinks there's going to be an easy game, definitely not. It's going to be really a tough game, and we have to have a good performance to win that game.
Thank you, coach. That does answer a lot of questions about the game against Iran. There's a specific question about your team composition from Unnati. She asks, With Bala Devi out, who are your potent striking options? Where do you see the goals coming in from?
Yeah, we have a lot of players that can put great chances and score goals. All our top forwards, whoever will start the game, are good in the finishing situation. So, but the easy answer is the boring answer. The one that have get the ball in the right situation should take the chance and score. It's not easy to predict before who's the one that's gonna get the chance, but the one that get the chance have to execute well.
That's a fair answer, coach. Right there. There's another question about your group. And what are your impressions of the group that you have trained now over a while? How do you think the team has developed under you and your tenure over here?
First of all, already when I arrived, there was a really good group of football players. So whoever been there before me have done a good job. But of course, when you come as a new coach, you always have your own philosophy and you have your idea how you want the girls to play. But now, in this short time, as like we have 4 or 5 months to prepare, of course, you can't do everything at the same time. So if you come to the defending game, it was more yeah, to start playing more like a good unit with close distances between and width and depth and all that, and how to pressure and when to pressure and when to drop off and so on and all that. And attacking game more about. I think in the beginning when I arrived, we played a little bit too many long balls, and it's good, and we're gonna do sometimes also. But now we're trying to create a little bit more crucial passes from midfield. So it's not so far distance when you send the penetration passes behind the opponent's defending line and so on. So and of course the fitness level. We have worked very hard with the fitness level because when you play a tournament like this, game every third day, you need to be prepared so you come fully loaded to game 2 and game 3 and hopefully game 4, 5, and 6 also.
And Asha, a corresponding question for you. Your team has, you and the whole team has played against some big teams in the near past. Your impressions on that, how has that prepared you for this tournament? And do you think you're better placed now to face the rigors of a continental competition like this?
या ऑब्वियसली क्योंकि हमने पिछले जो एक्सपोजर ट्रिप था उसमें बहुत बेटर कंट्री के साथ खेला था और बहुत अच्छे यूरोप के प्लेयर्स के साथ खेलने का मौका मिला था और उसकी वजह से हमारे कॉन्फिडेंस लेवल और बहुत सारे टेक्निक टैक्टिक्स लेवल में भी बहुत सारे चेंजेस हुई है क्योंकि हमें अभी पता चला है कि इस लेवल के प्लेयर के साथ किस तरीका की गेम खेलना हमारे लिए बेटर होगा और टीम के लिए अच्छा रहेगा ये सब चीज़ें में हमें हेल्प कर रहे हैं सो ये AFC में भी और जो भी टीम आएंगे उसमें भी हमें जो पिछले वाले जो मैचेस है उससे काफ़ी इम्प्रूव होगा.
So Asha is saying that obviously the exposure trips. So Asha is saying that the exposure trips that the team has done in the lead up to the AFC Asian Cup have obviously helped the entire team grow as a squad together. They've had exposure trips in Europe and South America and played against some physically challenging and tactically challenging teams and learned a lot from them as well. Learned how to play against tougher opponents, tougher players as teams and as individuals. And these matches have obviously helped the team to grow together and learn to play against such opponents and will further help them against the opponents in the AFC Asian Cup.
A follow-up question on this, coach, really is from Mihir from the Indian Express, and it basically asks along similar lines of what Asha mentioned. You have played a lot of friendlies recently, but this is a competition. This is a competition with very high stakes and a lot of quality. How is the team prepared for this?
Hopefully, we are prepared in a good way. But for all of us, that are talking about the player now, all of the players, it's the first time you come into a big competition like this, and it's hard to exactly predict how each and everyone react when you come into such a big tournament for your first game. But we trying to stay relaxed. We trying to stay focused. We trying to push the girls and tell them every day that they are really in good shape, and they are. So they can play this game with really good confidence. And it sounds a little bit crazy, but it is a football game, and football is what all these girls are good at. So they should enter the field with really good self-confidence for this game. So just see it as any other match at all. So and that is the best. Don't think it's too big, and start thinking too much. So you just go there and do your job. That's the best thing to do.
Thank you, Coach. Question from Radha Gupta, Beyond 90. Asha, does the team recognize that you are role models to a lot of young girls in India who would be watching you? And does that get discussed in the dressing room?
लोग गाइड रोल मॉडल्स आप लोग पूरे देश के लिए रोल मॉडल्स को देश में जितने अच्छे लड़कियां हैं जो आगे आगे फुटबॉल खेलना चाहते हैं तो क्या ये अपनी टीम में भी डिस्कस होते हैं एंड आप लोग ये रोल को कैसे देते हैं एज अ टीम एंड एज ए
या एक्चुअली हम लोग आपस में भी बात करते हैं क्योंकि हम लोग जब टीम हमें गेम के बाद जब अपने अपने घर जाते हैं तो मैं उनको बोलती हूँ कि कहीं भी मतलब अपने घर के पास में कोई स्कूल में या कोई अकादमी में कोई बच्चे आते हैं तो उनको सपोर्ट करने का और उनको फुटबॉल के बारे में जानने का और मुझे स्पेशली मैं पेरेंट्स को भी रिक्वेस्ट करती हूँ कि उनको ताकि पता चले वुमेन्स फुटबॉल और मतलब इंडिया में ऐसा लगता है कि फुटबॉल वुमेन्स को नहीं खेलना चाहिए मतलब मेंस का गेम है सो बहुत सारे चीज़ें होता है सो इसलिए मैं हमेशा प्लेयर्स को भी इस बारे में बात करती हूँ कि आपके आसपास में कोई बच्चे खेलना चाहते हैं पर उनके पेरेंट्स सपोर्ट नहीं करते तो उनके पेरेंट्स को भी वो चीज़ को समझाए और फुटबॉल में लेके आए तो हमारे फ्यूचर के लिए भी बहुत बेटर हो सकता है.
Obviously, we do talk amongst ourselves about being role models to young girls who want to take up the sport. Even when we go back home in our towns and villages, there are little kids at different schools or academies who want to play football, both boys and girls, and we sometimes go and help them out, give them tips. Um, and they want to know different things about football, and we tell them about them. There's a big perception in many parts of the country that women should not be playing football. We try as much as we can to request the parents to help their kids, especially their girl children, to come into the beautiful game and play it. And yeah, we try to inspire as many little girls as we can to take up the sport.
Asha, there's one more question from you for you from an AFC editor, Vinashan. Some of your teammates who play for Gokulam are familiar with some of the Iran players because they played in the 2021 AFC Women's Club Championship. Have you talked to them about this? Has that played a role in your strategy for the game?
I don't think so. इस बारे में मुझे इतना नहीं पता कि उस ईरान की क्लब में कितना नेशनल टीम के प्लेयर खेले थे ये सब चीज़ें पर हाँ आई थिंक कि 4-5 प्लेयर के बारे में हम लोग ने बात किया था कि अच्छा खेले थे और उनका ये सारे गेम प्ले स्टाइल ये सब के बारे में पर मुझे इतना भी नहीं पता कि उन्हें कितना प्लेयर एग्जैक्टली कितना प्लेयर खेल रहे हैं मगर मैंने उस टीम में खेला भी नहीं था गोकुलम में मेरे को उनके साथ मतलब एक्सपीरियंस नहीं है वो चीज़ को लेके.
I did not play for Gokulam in those matches, so I'm not exactly aware of how many of their players are in the national team. But we have obviously spoken about the national team players of Iran, how they play, the key players and their playing style, and we are playing.
Thank you, Asha. Question for the coach. Coach, this goes beyond the football pitch, basically. What kind of an impact do you think India competing in this tournament have on the future of women's football in the country?
Yeah, and if we have a successful tournament, I think it will have a huge impact on the future. This is a big country, and I know that you will always have players enough to have good grassroots football and good football in the academies and so on. And hopefully, it will get a upswing if we have a successful tournament, and that can make India even stronger on the world scene in the future. That's what I hope.
Thank you, coach. We have a question from Mrinal from the bridge. Uh, Asha, is the team feeling any added pressure because of playing this at home, or is that just an inspiration for you guys to do even better?
मुझे लगता है कि कोई भी टूर्नामेंट या कोई भी चैंपियनशिप खेलते हैं तो हमें मुझे कभी ऐसा फील नहीं होता है कि मैं बहुत इजीली दे रही हूँ या मुझे बिल्कुल प्रेशर नहीं है या मे बी समटाइम मुझे थोड़ा सा प्रेशर भी होता है, थोड़ा सा नर्वस भी होता है, फिर भी मैं हमारी क्राउड के सामने खेलने में और मुझे मज़ा आने वाले है क्योंकि मैंने लाइफ में पहली बार इतना बड़ा टूर्नामेंट अपने होम क्राउड में खेलने वाले हैं। सो मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगेगा और आई होप कि बाकी मेरे टीममेट्स सबको भी कंफर्टेबल लगेगा कि अपने कंट्री की ग्राउंड पे खेल रहे हैं और पूरा कंट्री हमारे लिए सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं। और हाँ, कोविड की वजह से हमें ग्राउंड पे एंट्री नहीं है, फिर भी सारे सोशल मीडिया में और टीवी में बहुत लोग हमारे सपोर्ट करने वाले हैं। सो मैं बहुत खुश हूँ और हम लोग मैं प्रेशर तो नहीं हूँ।
There's no such pressure as such. Obviously, going into any tournament or any match, there is a combination of pressure and excitement, but that's normal. Obviously, playing at home because of COVID restrictions, we can't have fans in the stadiums, but we do feel all their support on social media and all the other platforms, and we do hope they keep watching our games and they keep supporting us. We don't take much pressure, but we will try to do our best.
We see a couple of more questions about Iran from Ayman Iran, as well as from Sports Action. Guys, the coach has already talked about the match at the beginning of this conference, so please refer to the video. We'll share that with you. There's a question from Times of India. Gaurav Gupta asks, Asha, how difficult is it to motivate the players in the bio bubble?
स्टार्टिंग में मैं खुद को भी थोड़ा डिफिकल्ट लगा और प्लेयर को मैं मतलब टीम को भी थोड़ा सा डिफिकल्ट तो होता है कि बायो बबल में रह के प्रैक्टिस करना ये सब चीज़ें, बट हमें इस लेवल में खेलना है और अपनी कंट्री को प्राउड फील करवाना है तो कुछ चीज़ें हमें सेक्रीफाइस करना भी बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है। वो हमेशा मैं प्लेयर को भी बताती हूँ कि हमें कभी कभी खुद के लिए और अपने कंट्री के लिए बहुत सारी चीज़ें सेक्रीफाइस करके आ रहे हैं। सो इतना टाइम हमें बायो बबल में रह के और अपनी कंट्री के लिए सेक्रीफाइस करने में मुझे इतना प्रॉब्लम नहीं हुआ और मुझे लगता है कि बाकी प्लेयर को भी इतना प्रॉब्लम नहीं हुआ क्योंकि हमने बहुत सारे इस टाइम पीरियड में हमने बहुत सारे प्लेयर्स का बर्थडे साथ में बनाया और हमने बीच बीच में बहुत सारे फन गेम और मतलब खुद को और सारी टीम को और सब मिल के खुश रखने के लिए खुद ने बहुत सारे मोटिवेट किया था, इसलिए मुझे इतना डिफिकल्ट नहीं लगा था कि बायो बबल में रह के प्रैक्टिस करना।
It was a bit difficult at the start when the bio bubble began, when we began to train. But obviously, we all understand that we play this sport for the love of the game and for the love of our country, and we make our sacrifices for the country and for the game. So we do not have any problem with regards to staying within a bar bubble and operating from within. Obviously, from time to time, we do need certain activities to take our mind away from maybe football or the bubble. So we do celebrate. So if somebody has a birthday, we celebrate it, or we sometimes have some fun games between ourselves to keep everyone happy and motivated. So no, we don't have any problem with the bar bubble as such.
We only have time for two more questions, so I'll take them right now. The first one is to the coach. Coach, are there any injury concerns, availability concerns ahead of your first game against Iran?
No, I think all 23 players that are here should be fit. So I think we can make the choice the way we want.
And the second one, and I'll take the liberty of translating this. तो आशा काफी लोगों ने आपके सपोर्ट में बैनर्स बनाए, आर्ट वर्क बनाया. चिरंजीव पूछ रहे हैं फैनगराज से, आप उनके बारे में क्या बोलना चाहेंगी, और जनरली जो भी आपको सपोर्ट करना चाहते हैं पूरे देश से, उनके लिए अगर आपको कुछ बोलना हो एंड में.
मैं अपने बैनर को देख के, मैं जिस दिन मैंने देखा था यहाँ पे मुंबई में, जब हमें एयरपोर्ट में लैंडिंग हुआ, उसके बाद निकलते हुए हमने अपने पिक्चर देखा और बाकी प्लेयर्स का भी देखा, तो मैं बहुत खुश थे. जो जिस दिन हमें इस टूर्नामेंट के लिए जो हमें इंतज़ार कर रहे थे और बहुत क्लोज में थे, और मेरा हार्ट बहुत तेज होने लगा, मतलब धड़कने लगा. और मैंने कुछ प्लेयर के साथ भी शेयर किया था, क्योंकि हमें बस में भी AFC का लोगो और हमारे कंट्री का फ्लैग पिक्चर देखते हुए हमें भी मैं बहुत खुश थे. और फिर भी मतलब ऐसे लग रहा था कि जल्दी आए उस दिन की हमें जल्दी खेलने को मिले ऐसे. पर मैं जो भी हमें सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं और जिसने भी विमेंस फुटबॉल के लिए इतना हेल्प किया है, उन लोगों को थैंक यू बोलना चाहती हूँ कि और हमेशा हमारे सपोर्ट कीजिए, और हम कोशिश करेंगे कि इस लेवल से और बेटर खेलने के लिए हम हमेशा हार्ड वर्क करते रहें.
When we landed in Mumbai and on the way to our hotel from the bus, we saw all the banners with our pictures and with the India logo all over the city. We felt really happy. Um, in fact, for myself, if I speak for myself, my heartbeat went up seeing all those banners, and I shared with all the players as well my feelings, and we all felt like the match day couldn't come any sooner. We wanted to play our first match right away, and it was a really motivating effect for all of us. And I'd like to thank all our supporters, all the people who have supported us, our team, and I'd like to ask them to keep supporting us, and we'll keep working hard for you.
Thank you, Asha. Thank you, coach, and all the very best for the whole tournament. I hope you do really, really well. And thank you for all the media delegates for joining in and asking your questions. We tried our best to basically get all of your questions answered. If I missed any, I apologize. Please join in again for the press conference of IR Iran in another 10 minutes. Thank you so much.